very exciting episode today. I have found on this fastgrowingtrees.com website where you can order trees and they send them to you in boxes. I've done this numerous times, probably 10, 12 times, and without fail, they always do well. So there's like a free plug for FGT.com. Now, you're welcome, right? I'm not getting paid. I don't operate like that, not yet. But anyway, I needed citrus, right? And there's a reason why I need citrus, okay? I have a theory. It's not like a crackpot theory. I think most people would agree with it, but I'm going to put this into practice. But what caught my attention over this orange, right, or a mandarin or whatever, mandarin or I don't know what the difference is. It looks like an orange to me. But here's what really caught my interest, right? This harvest time, right, from October to December, right? I mean, you can see it grows out here in South Texas. South Texas. That's where we live. And now we have something that produces during those off months, you know, and all the other plants and all the other trees are kind of like, they go on vacation, they go hibernate, they sleep or whatever, they go dormant. But not so the Owari orange, right? This is like the Iron Man of the winter. And he comes out and he starts kicking out the fruit. And it's the vitamin C, right? It's the citrus is what we need. And I'll explain more about that when we follow up here in a minute. But in the meantime, I ordered 2. They're coming in, and we got to prepare. We got to prep the backyard. We got to find a location and a source of water for these bad boys so that they can, take part in producing, right? Anything in the yard it's got to pull its own weight, right? I don't have time for beautification and trees that provide shade. I need all these guys on board with the system, right? Everyone's producing, everyone's going to do their own thing, and it's sort of like a symbiotic friendship between me and my trees, right? Anyway, let's go out back and I'll show you what we have to do. Fortunately for you and for me and the nation and the whole free world, I served in the Army, and I didn't really do a lot, but I did a lot of digging. I was in the infantry, and so I know a thing or two about bearing arms, shovels and pickaxes and stuff like that. I did my time, man. I did my time digging. I never went anywhere. They didn't call me. They didn't need me. But I did train a lot with a shovel. And so I'm gonna get after it. Let's get to it. I should have all the training that I need thanks to you and your tax dollars. I've been digging these 2 little holes, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Let me show you the extent of all this pain and suffering. Here's what I've accomplished in a matter of about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so. All right, dug this little hole right here, the other hole right here. This one went a little bit easier, a little sandier in there. No, it wasn't as much rock, right? And what we have to do is tap into this sprinkler head right here, or I'm sorry, it's capped off pipe. And you probably see it's not very deep, maybe a ½ inch, maybe a ½ inch. That's because the guy who installed the sprinkler to begin with, he's a little lazy. It's tough. It's hard ground. I live on a quarry, and so it's hard to dig down there. But that's no excuse. It should have been done right the first time. It just bothers me that it's so shallow. One of the secrets to the pickaxe is that when you're digging, you want to dig in the direction that you're going. You don't want to dig backwards because you want that dirt going behind you. And so if you dig the opposite direction, like if you're walking backwards while you're digging, then you have all that dirt that's accumulating. So you want to dig in the direction that you're going, right? Thank Uncle Sam for teaching me some of these basic combat skills. Oh, and I was thinking, it wasn't the Army. Where's the, it wasn't the Army.
that taught me how to use a pickaxe. That was my dad. My dad was in construction. He owned his own company, and I used to work for him every summer, every weekend. Man, that was tough. But yeah, that was something my dad taught me. He knew how to do like little things, do it the right way. You know, do it right the first time. He's a good man. He's an excellent man. He's a great dad. All right, it looks like one problem keeps leading to another one. We got this sprinkler mishap going on. We had this piece right here, look at this. A giant hole right in the sprinkler pipe. And you can see on the other side, just blew the back right out. I think this happened last year. We had like a party with tents and canopies and stuff like that. And I guess in my infinite wisdom, I drove a stake, you know, what are the odds, right? Right through the sprinkler pipe. So fortunately, we have this thing right here, a compression coupling. I'm gonna have to extend this piece out a little bit here, and then I'll put this coupling on right here. And I think that should solve our problem. Let's get to it here. And as to be expected, more problems arise. We got this sprinkler valve right here leaking. You know, just when you think you have this thing pinned down. So we got to dig this whole thing out now. And this is going to be a problem, trying to replace these valves right here, this one. It's not that complicated, but it's just difficult. Got other things to work on here, and I'm getting set back by one little thing after another. But hey, that's just the way it goes, not a big deal. So let's get to that as well. We have finally got the trench finished. This was a lot of work for me, and we're kind of on a time crunch. We got the trees coming in sometime today, before the end of the day, who knows? So we really wanted to get this built, or I should say dug, right? So here it is, pretty simple, not bad. A lot of rock, obviously. And now we can get to the fun part, which is putting the pipe in the ground. All right, so we have the pipe in. Went pretty well, pretty easy. We got a much deeper trench here. And I'd say it took about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Pipe goes in really easy. I love sprinkler pipe. And the only problem that we're really gonna have, we'll have to come back, we will have to revisit this installation here. Not exactly the best, but you know, I'm using what I have in my garage. So I'll have to go back to the hardware store and get the proper things. It's coming up. It's coming up nice. See that water? That's what we need there. Make sure the other one works. Check. Going on here. Yeah, that one's coming out pretty nicely too. And now we can start backfilling, more shovel work, more of that, you know, that federal government training at U.S. Army. It'll be good. I know what I'm doing here. I want to thank me for my service.
Well, here's the bad news. Yesterday, this said delivery by the end of the day, and today it says pending. It didn't show up yesterday. My little trees, I'm out there breaking my back, trying to get everything ready, and no trees. I don't think this is a fast-growing tree issue. It's just delivery. I mean, deliveries these days are not as dependable as they once were. So maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I just hate the thought of those little guys. You know, they're all in those boxes, probably scared, but you know, deliverance is coming. I hope. I have confidence that these things will show up in the not too distant future, and they'll be just fine. And I'll take a video just so I can show you what's going on, and we'll get those in the ground. And I wanted to just follow up on that. I was talking about, you know, why citrus trees, why orange trees, and you know, it just makes sense considering what's been going on. You know, all the you know, sickness and stuff like that. Not saying that, hey, if you have vitamin C, you're not going to get sick. No, but it's just about prevention, right? It's something we all hear about. I've known about it, probably most of my life, but I just really paid it no attention. But I want to stop doing things the way that I've always done them and start doing things that are, I don't know, probably the way that a human being was supposed to live in the first place. Real food as opposed to processed garbage and stuff like that. And so, some vitamin C. I mean, I like oranges. I'd eat them if they were in front of me. I don't really care much to buy them. I would much rather grow them. I think they're probably healthier. I can't prove that. I don't have a microscope or anything, but that's just my opinion. And so why not, right? So now I'll have a lot more vitamin C in my diet. And by the way, just being outside, right? You get some vitamin D, right? Vitamin D, delicious, right? Just go out there and get it from that great big ball of fire. I mean, even my dogs, they're out there laying out in the sun. It's 100 degrees. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you laying out here in this heat? And they're like, come on, man, it's vitamin dog. We got to get that stuff from the sun. Get out here and join us. I'm like, you're right, dogs. Even the dogs know to lay out in the sun from time to time. It's just part of living a healthy sort of lifestyle. So that's where we're going with that. But as for the trees, we'll just have to wait and see. But maybe that'll be the topic of my next video. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's about it. Feel free to hit the like button and the share and the subscribe and the like and all that kind of stuff. That would be great. So I'll see you in the next video.